Yo, yo, yo! What's going on, fellas? Back at it with another Avatar Legends video. Now, they actually have an article a little bit more on some of Azula's kit, and they actually dive into some of Sokka's kit as well. So, that's pretty much what we're going to cover today on this video. So, if you guys enjoy what I cover on here, you know what I'm saying? We're going to cover Avatar, we'll cover Tokon whenever we get more info on that. We'll cover Invincible Versus, vice versa, you know, because these are games I'm really excited for this year. Honestly, there's barely not enough gameplay on this channel, man. So, let's not waste any more time yapping, though. Let's just get right into it. So, we've already seen the trailer from the last video. If you guys haven't seen my video on that yet, where I covered pretty much everything. Everything. You know, you can check that out. Link will be down below. So with that, right? So, have you ever wondered how you... Okay, well, this is this. We're not worried about this. Let's just skip right down to Azula stuff. So, we got stuff right here. Up here, it kind of just talks about, I think, like, what? Like, the approach to the game, and then flow mechanic thingy. I kind of want to get into Azula's moveset. So, yeah, in Avatar Legends, the fighting game, Azula dominates the skies with exceptional air mobility. She can weave in and out of combat using aerial movement and fire attacks that let her control space above the battlefield. You know what that sounds like to me? It sounds like Trunks with the flips, with that sort of thing. That's kind of what that's kind of what it sounds like to me, and I'm honestly down for that. That's pretty cool. Azula's struggling states of mind have been captured in two polarizing gameplay toolkits. Focus mode, Azula fights with calculated precision, setting traps and controlling space with lethal attacks. Her movements become smoother, with many of her special abilities leaving behind oil traps that can be ignited with the flick of her wrist. She also gains access to a grounded fireball, giving her stronger space control. This is the Azula of Deciate? I don't know if I said that right. Control and composure, the poised future ruler of the Fire Nation. And we have a little bit of a video here. Oh, this is the video we saw from the last video. But this is that fucking animation of Zuko, like, bro. But I kind of like this though. Is this like an overhead or something? I feel like she's dancing on him, if anything. Firelord mode, Azula abandons restraint and fully embraces chaos. Traps are replaced with raw destructive power as her moveset shifts towards relentless offense. Her attacks grow significantly more powerful. Her movement becomes more erratic. Several of her abilities transform entirely. For example, her standard fireball evolves into a towering wall of flame that slowly advances across the battlefield, forcing opponents to face it head-on. You know what this also reminds me of too? That fucking Rapukin move. That stupid fucking geese. Not every fighter relies on bending though. Sokka stands out in the roster as one of the few characters who holds his own without it. Core member of the Team Avatar, aka the Gang. He hails from the Southern Water Tribe alongside his sister Katara. He relies on wit, grit, and weapon hits. First off, that's a bar, but it seems like they go a little, well, they didn't really go too much more in depth on Azula. It's kind of the same thing we reviewed like in the last video, kind of, where they said the same thing with the Firelord stance. I'm actually this is actually like really impressive how they designed this character. I would have never thought that this game was gonna try to design Azula as like a stance character. It kind of reminds me of Gen from Street Fighter 4, where he has like a stance that he just goes into, and he has like different normals, and I think, and like different specials, which is like really impressive actually. Like, this is a really impressive character design. This might be one of my favorite characters they ever designed. And I'm not even like the biggest Azula fan, but like I don't even hate Azula, but like this makes me want to play her now. Like this makes me want to play her even more. Like that is so cool. I'm really looking forward to that. Alright, so Sokka. Sokka is the sarcastic strategist of Team Avatar, relying on creativity, humor, and improvisation instead of the power of the elements. To reflect his eccentric personality, Sokka plays very differently from the rest of the cast. He can cancel many of his normal moves directly into powerful flow options, allowing players to constantly reposition and keep opponents guessing. The trade-off is that Sokka cannot change his normals into C attacks like the other fighters, meaning players must rely on mobility, timing, and creativity to stay ahead. Okay, so he's a bit more different. Now, honestly, I haven't played the game, so I don't know how detrimental that is. So, we're just gonna move on with that one. His arsenal includes a club, his meteorite sword, and his trusty boomerang. Instead of straightforward offense, Sokka thrives on tricky movement, unexpected positioning, and attacks that force opponents to constantly adapt. With clever tricks, unpredictable movement, and a loyal boomerang that always returns, he proves that you don't need bending to become a legend. Fighters as different as Azula and Sokka highlight just how many ways there are to approach the combat in Avatar Legends. Okay, so based on what I'm seeing with Sokka, I can't really take a guess of a character off the top of my head, but it seems he's going to be more of a gimmick fighter, because he doesn't have straightforward offense. So I guess what they're implying is that he's not going to be like the rest of the cast, where the way they play is how they play, except for Sokka, it'll be a lot more different. Again, I wish I played this game. I really wish I did, because I would have so much more better insight and I would honestly understand way more. But with so little experience I have with this game and all the videos I've watched, I just have to go off of based on what I've seen. But I don't know how bad that is personally. But I do like the approach that, you know, he's gonna have some good he's gonna have some interesting mobility options, unexpected positioning. The only character I could really think of that when it comes to tricky movement and unexpected positioning, again, probably Trunks or even Roshi from DBFZ. I'm just gonna make those comparisons because, again, DBFZ is like one of the only games I have like the most knowledge in, so I'm just gonna say between those two, because again, Roshi has the flips, he has the doesn't have a super dash, but you can also kind of use that as a mobility option technically, but he could also use it as a projectile. Then he also has the not the flip, but the little float thing that he does when you press the super dash button. He also has that too. So I could definitely see the comparison here, but I feel like he's just I feel like he's not gonna be like Trunks or Roshi. I feel like he's definitely gonna have it like his own. He's gonna have like his own unique style, and I'm down for that, bro. Honestly, I'm down for that. This is definitely another character I do want to try. He just sounds interesting as hell. Like, honestly, just really interesting all around. Honestly, like I said, if I played this game, I would probably like to comment on more, but from what I've seen right here, I think these two are very unique enough. Azula being an entire stance character, relying on different stances. I could probably help her with some matchups, probably. I don't know if her normals will change. I mean, from what we know, it's just her attacks. And like, to me, I'm either thinking regular attacks like normals or like her specials. Like, I don't know if her like normals will change, basically. Like, I don't know if that's the case. But again, obviously no one knows. We'll just have to figure that out soon enough, right? As time goes. And Sokka, it seems like he's going to be like one of those gimmick characters, like I said. He's going to rely a lot on just like tricking the opponent and a lot of creativity. He's probably not going to have like good mobility options because they talk about tricky movement. So I could imagine when they mean tricky, it's probably not going to be like reliable movement options. It's going to be more of like to throw people off, like setups, or, you know, to catch like teching and stuff. Because, you know, like, there's not really a lot of Oki in this game because you can even tech on like level 3 Oki and stuff. So, you know, I would like to see how his tricky movement gets incorporated. I would like to see it, but for right now, speculation is all I can really do. And with that, that concludes my little review on Sokka and Azula. So, if these are two characters you guys are looking forward to, let me know in the comments below. If there's another character you guys want to see revealed for this game, comment that below as well. With all that being said, I appreciate you guys joining in for the video, even if it was not the best type of video, but I just tried to do what I could. But if you guys learned a thing or two from this video, like, comment, subscribe. That's all I can really say. Man, I mean, You lit, bro. This game is looking exciting, man. I'm waiting to see these character trailers, bro, because we got Ozai, we got Zahir, Kiyoshi. I need to see these trailers, bro. I need to. With that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.